Hello, 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 everybody. My name is Sonia Marie, if you don't know. And for those that do, and this is your return trip back to my channel, I appreciate you. Thank you and welcome back. Welcome back. I write for Essence Magazine, if you didn't know. Been doing that gig for about 8 years. Pretty dope, to be quite honest with you. And I love the folks over there at Essence. So if you want to read my column on a monthly basis, please get a subscription to Essence. You know, it's one of the longest running Black magazines on the planet since 1968. You might want to get that thing and review what's going down. Okay. But please know this. This is an opportunity to teach real quick. Please know this, that every column, whether it's my astrology column, horoscope column, or those that you read in any other kind of magazine or website or any type of publication, know that it's very difficult and challenging to write for millions of people in a gosh darn horoscope column, okay? So the thing about it is that it would be best if you read both your rising sign and your sun sign, because that's how we write the column. We write it from the rising sign perspective, although it's supposed to be the sun sign. Just giving you a little tidbit of info. So when you read my column in Essence or anybody else's column, read both your sun sign and your rising sign. And if you don't know what your rising sign is, go to a plethora of websites. One of my favorites is ALABE.com. This Astrolab, ALABE.com, okay? And put your time and date and place of birth in there, and it'll tell you your rising, especially if you have your time. If you don't have your time of birth, you won't get your rising sign. Just letting you know that, okay? And then you'll know what rising you have and what sun you have and all of that stuff. In any case, that's my little commercial. I hope those are ready to go to Mount Shasta, ready to go to Mount Shasta, ready to go to Mount Shasta. A week from tomorrow, your girl will set sail. Well, actually, I'm going to get on a plane. I'm not setting sail. Up to the northern part of California, right off of the tip of Oregon and California, going to Mount Shasta with 21 beautiful people. Kept it intimate this year. Really grateful that I did that. It's going to be a divine time, and I can't wait to see the people that have returned. Do you know so this is the 5th annual, and within 5 years, at least 40% return back, like come for the next year. I think that's kind of saying something. I'm very proud of that. And I can't wait for the 6th annual. Hopefully you'll sign up for it. And hopefully you'll sign up for the village. You know, I'm going to begin a new installment of the village as soon as I get back from the retreat. And I want you to sign up. It's going to be incredibly limited. Only 9 people, maybe 10 that's going to join us, and I'm thinking of making it a more condensed version this time, so 4 months instead of 6 months. And I'm currently putting together the syllabus, so I want to be able to kind of get in quick and hard and fast with everybody and teach them how to read astrological natal charts, Western astrology wise, astrological natal charts in a spiritual kind of intuitive kind of way. If you want to join me, please be on the lookout, earshot of my announcement, because when they go, they're going to go. And that's how that thing go. Who's in the place to be? What up? Yaya's here. And Roxy's here. Desiree is here. And Weissman's here. Tamika, what's up? Yurley Huff. All right. You ready, honey? What's up, Trina? I love and miss you, honey. I'm going to miss you at the retreat. That's for ding dong, damn sure. Tamiko, what's up? Luana and Jay Walker's in the place. What up? He's like, what up, everybody? I love fam. What's up, Kay Lauren and Rabbi Rob? Yuri is here. Happy Monday to you, and happy belated Earth Day to you as well, Sister Sledge. Kim Singletary and Ramon. Sweet tea is in the place to be. Okay, I'm not gonna do that. Okay, Life Dance is here. Miss Lady J is here. And Shamir, the first on deck. What up, Shamir with Dr. Locks? Y'all grab that Dr. Locks. Those that need that natural hair care. I blasted her last week. I'm gonna blast her again. Dr. Locks, go on and get your fix. And take care of your hair in the most natural way. What up, Cicely? I'm gonna see you next week. Honey bun, my sweet Taurus. Yo, it's nice and hot up there, Mount Shasta. Just just want to let you know it's reported at 100 degrees. At least we'll be by a nice lake. Y'all can just jump in the water if you want and then come back off. Go cool back off. Anyway, got my words all twisted. I'm so happy and excited to report, to keep announcing Shasta, to be present and here and open and alive. I'm just grateful. I'm incredibly grateful, and I pray that you are as well. I'm going to leave it like that for a quick second before I download and start going in a whole nother place with a park full of squirrels. So I take my sip as we begin. Yo, honestly, truly, truly, honestly, I know the way God speaks to me is very, very interesting. And it's probably not unlike other people, like yourself. However, I just do my best to kind of tune in and know when it's God and know when it's me. And like I alluded to on Instagram, if y'all didn't catch a whiff of that quick little rundown, Spirit kept knocking me. Thank you, Roxy. I appreciate that. Kept knocking me and telling me, yo, check out that South Node. Well, let me rewind, Selector. This weekend, there was a new moon in Virgo. And it was very, very interesting on Saturday. I'm wondering how y'all felt about that new moon. It came in like a nice little breeze, so to speak, and opened up some doors in ways where we're like, wait, hold on. Is grandma cooking, baking something? Something smells good and fresh and new. That's how Virgo does its thing. Even though it's really wiry and detailed and analytical and all of it, and logical in all of its ways, it's real sweet smelling too, and very caring as well. So that new moon in Virgo energy brought a sweet smell, poetically speaking, throughout the air to open up some parts of our sensuality, to open up some spaces in which we need to organize so we can see clearly. And where we're headed, honestly. But it happened to hit my South Node. And as I was walking around, I was like, whoa, that's interesting. God said, look at the South Node and the new moon. I was like, your South Node and the new moon. I said, wow, that's dope. Read that for myself because truly, squirrel, if y'all don't know this, and I probably said it before, I am that astrologer that does not look at my chart. I do not look at my chart and what's happening in the sky every single day. I just think it takes away from living. I come here, I do my report, and sometimes I forget even what I say because I like to live. Astrology is energy portals that allows us to take advantage of the shifts and the changes that's happening in our universe. And if we are aware of it, oftentimes we can jump right through the window, so to speak, or jump right through the opportunity, or utilize the opportunities in the ways that the energy from astrology opens us up to. Sometimes we don't have to, but things are going to happen and life is going to move forward with or without it. So sometimes I like to experience life. Anyway, went off on a squirrel. But here's the deal. I was looking at that and I was in the shower, as always, in the shower. And I'm going, South Node? Yeah, look at the South Node. I looked at the South Node. Keep looking at the South Node. The South Node right now? Me and Spirit talking. Yeah, the South Node right now. Oh, shit. What's going on with the South Node? Look at the ephemeris. Me and Spirit. Okay, I look at the ephemeris. And lo and motherfucking behold, the South Node is doing something really, really interesting this week, in which Spirit prompted me to tell you. I'm going to start off with that, and then I'm going to go into the week, and then I'm going to pick one or two people to do a quick little rundown of a read for you, if you know your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon sign. Y'all ready? me. Are y'all ready? Hi, Danielle. How are you? I can't wait to see you. Oh my gosh. That was my excited, like, I can't wait. Miss Reese 63, what's going on with you? All right, bust this. The South Node, if you did not know, whether it's a transit situation or whether it's in your particular chart, deals with karmic information that we had to contend with in other lifetimes. The North Node is where we're going. I harbored on that for a long time, for a good month and a half, with the North Node and Uranus coming together. I urged y'all to get a reading. If you did, bravo. If you didn't, it's okay. It's all good because God still got you. The bottom line is that we know what the North Node is. The North Node is taking us somewhere. Now, lo and behold, look at the universe. The universe goes, well, if y'all motherfuckers are going somewhere, you need to know where you came from. Sankofa. The bottom line is the South Node opens us up to karmic information, especially when it's in a transitly speaking, and it's hitting the entire earth, and not just in your particular chart, but when it's hitting the entire earth, it's like, yo, excuse me. It's almost like somebody is knocking on the dome of our ozone layer and going, excuse me, but you got to get this stuff that y'all used to do way back today, and the karmic information and your emotions in your heart, if you really want to move forward. Well, actually, I just got my assignment from Uranus in the North Node. They hooked up for a couple of weeks, made a couple of babies. They hooked up or whatever, gave me my assignment and said, we're going this way. We're switching and going this way. The South Node is like, yeah, but I need you to take care of and contend with some things that you are not really willing to get up off of. Now, that sounds general because we always talk about the things that we need to change, how we need to be more adult, how we need to be honest with our feelings, how we need to be honest with how we think, how we say a thing. But South Node is different because sometimes there's no experience in the South Node. The South Node energy is energy and karmic information that you are not even consciously responsible for nor aware of. So you're like, well, how the fuck we gonna clean that up? Because truly, subconsciously, you know what it is. Consciously, we may say to ourselves, oh, I'm doing my best. I'm speaking to somebody differently. I'm patient. I'm getting out of this job, going into another job that satisfies and explains and celebrates my worth. I'm loving differently. I've gotten out of abusive relationships. All of these things are awesome, but they're very, very conscious, meaning that we're aware of them. Okay. South Node don't deal with too much awareness. It deals with an energy that we feel that is on us, and karmic emotional shit that we know that's on us, that we damn near don't go down to the bottom of that space to get it, because first of all, we didn't create it. And second of all, it's like going to the basement and going, I have no idea what's down in that motherfucking basement. You go down there. No, you go down there. No, you go down there. Even if you got an industrial fucking flashlight, you're not going down in the basement. That's the South Node. And again, it's that subconscious stuff that we hold on to. Now, bust this. Currently, the South Node is in Scorpio. If the North Node is in Taurus, which I've been talking about, North Node and South Node is always opposite. So it's in Scorpio. Wait, hold on. So that means if you're an astrologer and a budding astrologer, you should be like, oh shit. So that means that South Node stuff that's coming up is deep like Scorpio. It makes me nervous to even say it, to be quite honest with you, because of course it's unseen if it's Scorpio, because nobody wants to go where Scorpio energy wants to go, let alone it being in our South Node and some karmic subconscious shit that we're not even responsible for, and you want to put blinders on in order to get through this life. The crazy thing about it is that you will not completely if you don't turn around and see it. So you say, Sonia, how would you do that thing? First of all, through meditation for sure. Second of all, ask. I just want to use my words properly. Oftentimes I get incredibly frustrated with myself and even with clients that say, I have no idea how to get what it is that I need. Ask. Pray. Ask. For the most craziest, mundane, seemingly simple thing that God should have known because God made you and can watch you. No. Sometimes we have to put words to a thing. Ask. Because when we say, God, I'm an asshole, I didn't believe it. That's taking responsibility for it. First of all, you're putting it out into the air and you asking for permission to change this thing. You get what I'm saying? I'm just using that as an example because sometimes I like to curse, and assholes are a lot of us. There's a lot of assholes in the world. So if you say, God, please help me change this assholery about me, You understand what I'm saying? If that's deep like that Scorpio shit, if that's deep like that South Node shit, then it will be brought up to the surface, and opportunities, situations will be brought up and around you to show you what that asshole looks like. Does that make sense? Yes, yes, y'all. So when that thing comes up, you have no reason nor excuses to be like, I don't know what you're talking about. First of all, you asked. And when stuff starts coming to the surface, you got to believe what it is you asked for. Do y'all get this? Prayer is important. So that's one of the ways. Sit back, meditate, ask if you can, and recognize, thirdly, recognize your patterns, because the South Node allows us to deal with, I should say, to deal with this life in patterns. As long as we continue to do what we would, say it again, take two. As long as we continue to do what we have been doing, and staying alive, we think it's okay. We think it's all right. Because we have been taught and conditioned to live in minimal situations. We've been taught, especially as black and brown people, not to have too much money, not to look too good. And I'm not saying white people and other kind of people don't have their shit. I can only speak from my perspective. We've been taught in very minimal ways to lay low, to not be seen. You understand what I'm saying? Does this make sense to you? So when that South Node thing comes up and reveals itself, you got to believe it. You got to believe it. Now, this is what's happening. I'm going to fast forward real quick, just with this little tidbit. The real reason why I'm on us right now about getting this thing, and I had no idea all this shit was going to come out until I was in the shower. I got 3 pages of notes, some other shit, right, for the week, but I had no idea this was coming. But I'm obedient to spirit. Bust it. Alongside the fact that we got to dig deep down into our South Node karmic shit like a Scorpio would, there are certain things in the universe right now that's hitting that South Node, that's helping us or hindering us on some level. Okay, I want to go through that. And again, I want to say that. And the real reason why I'm telling you this is because the moon goes into Scorpio at the end of the week for like 2 days. So if we don't get a jump on what this South Node information is trying to drudge up, is that the real word? Bring up to the surface. You understand what I'm saying? And show us exactly, consciously, subconsciously, what the hell is going on from our karmic, our past lives and stuff like that, the things that hold us down. And they're like ball and chain situation, you know? You don't even know you got this shit on your ankle until you look down and see it. Do y'all get that? You get my poetry? The bottom line is, once we go there and we open up to the shit, and then the moon hits in that same vibration, that same sign as a South Node, but you know, stayed in your busy ways for Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, lunes, martes, miércoles, those 3 days when the moon was in Libra, and all of a sudden it's in Scorpio, and now you're like, oh my God, I got to bring up this karmic shit and it hurts, I'm going to cry. Well, here's the prelude. Get to it before that moon goes into Scorpio and you look crazy. Because the moon in Scorpio is not just emotional, it's destructively emotional at times. It needs to get the attention for being emotional at times. It needs to get dramatic when the moon is in Scorpio, when people have moon in Scorpio. It needs to get dramatic and bring down the whole motherfucking building in destruction at times, when it doesn't understand its emotion and it doesn't understand the emotion around it. Does this make sense to you? As I sip, I'm doing my best to prepare us all. So bust it. Right now, the South Node is squaring Saturn going reverse. That's a big motherfucking deal. I said, what, Spirit? Is this why you had me? Spirit goes, keep going. The South Node is quincunxing Chiron. What? Right now. This is what you had me? One more thing. The South Node is trining. Ooh, means for celebration. Juno. Oh, that puts the icing on the cake. I'm going to break it down. South Node squaring Saturn. Come on now. Going reverse. First of all, Saturn going reverse is pulling up all kinds of fears, all kinds of shit. We talked about this last week, I think. All kinds of challenges and fears and hardships and need and the need to work hard to get what you need. That Saturn is like the grandpa who's just ornery, just to be ornery, but has a reason to be, because he's trying to show you some discipline, trying to show you some respect, put some spec on that shit. Spec on your life. You dig what I'm saying? When it's going backwards and it's hitting the south node, Saturn is literally revealing all of the hardships and all of the fears and all of the lessons that need to be learned about your dad and through your dad shit, all of the restrictions and the limitations that need to come up, just reviewing them, putting on the table. And then south node is squaring all of that. The south node is saying, yeah, that karmic shit is crazy. These are the lessons. So here's the deal. The karmic shit is crazy, and it's fighting the lessons that we need to have on the earthly plane. What kind of bullshit ham and cheese sandwich is that? South node is showing you karmic information that you're not even conscious of, while Saturn, going reverse in Aquarius, by the way, stubborn as shit and rebellious, is showing you the hardships and the lessons that you need to review and putting on the table. They are fighting. They both want attention. They both want you to pay. That's a means for standing in the middle of the street, fucking screaming. Oh my God, I just had the weirdest sight. Y'all remember Squirrel back in the day when Martin Lawrence kind of went crazy? Love to Martin Lawrence, that sweet Aries. I really love Martin Lawrence, but that motherfucker snapped like a lot of people do in Hollywood. I just had that vision of us standing in the middle of the street, not necessarily knowing if we should contend with our subconscious fears and karmic emotional information that we got to drudge down, up and down from Scorpio energy deep in the bottom black blue sea, or if we should contend with our human shit, the Saturn stuff. The Saturn stuff that says, I need to get attention because this is what my dad did to me, and this is what the world is going through, and I don't understand humanity at this time, and I'm fighting my neighbors, and I'm exhausted just reporting it. Do y'all know what I'm talking about, or should I go deeper? Honestly, I don't want to be on here for 2 hours, but please roll with me. That's not an easy thing right now. It looks like this too. It looks like you're snapping in the middle of the street, but it also looks like which is most important. They both are. They both don't need to fight each other. We need to take time for both. Here's the problem and the challenge is that we're exhausted again. We're exhausted for having to deal with, contend with all of these challenges and this information that keeps coming to the surface. It's like fucking spaghetti sauce just bubbling and you can't contain it because there's no knob to turn down the goddamn fire. So you want to take the pot and just throw it up against the wall, but you can't. You have to sit in the pot. And you have to recognize what needs to be attended to in the present moment and what could wait. My point is, please don't go out of your head. My point is, please don't snap. Does this make sense? Please don't snap. And please don't allow Mercury, I know this is a whole nother twist, in Libra to spin you out. Why? Because whenever Mercury is in an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, whatever emotions that come up on the world, this is transitively speaking, right? Not within your chart. This is what's going on in the universe right now. That's affecting everybody. When Mercury is in an air sign, it always wants to do its best to figure out what's going on. It's a beautiful, brilliant thing. And sometimes it allows us to be detached from our emotions, but then sometimes you're detached too much where you can't really feel it to know how to heal through it. Does that make sense? I don't want y'all to snap, or me for that freaking matter, to snap in a space in which our brain is active and overriding sometimes in ways that's keeping us away from this karmic information that wants to be revealed. And these Saturn lessons and hardships that want to come up too. And they're both rebellious and stubborn in their own way. We are being asked to pay attention to the good, the bad, the up, the down, and everything. You know how we do this thing? By being present. Have you ever, Squirrel, had a meditation where you literally just stopped for a second and felt everything that was going on in that moment? Like for real, no bullshit, no cheating. No thinking about what you're going to have for dinner in 2 hours. No wondering what your son is doing at school. No wondering if your best friend is about to call you and what restaurant you're about to go to. You understand what I'm saying? Like being present, like right now. Like the only thing that matters right now because we're live is my voice. Are you paying attention to my voice? Like for real, try it. Or are you writing right now? Do you have the TV on? Or are you listening to music while you listening to me? Or are you worried about if your boss is getting ready to come in and you got to turn down the volume or some shit? I'm being really, really truthful and in my best way, trying to come through this fucking screen to touch you and show you what that present moment feels like. If we are not present, all of this is going to snap us like Martin Lawrence. That's what I want to tell you about this week. It's not good or bad, y'all. It's not up or down. It's not the blessings versus the downfall. It's not life versus death. It's everything. It's integrated. It's mixed in. It's a motherfucking stew right now. And if you do your best in your mind to try to separate these things and try to get things organized like the air sign Libra wants to do, or maybe you have a lot of air and practical earth signs in you and try to compartmentalize it, it may help just a little bit, but you may not cover all the bases. Does this make sense? Please, I hope this makes sense, because I'm doing my best in 25 minutes to explain this thing to you. Like really, really, really. Not at all. Not only that, though. The South Node, the subconscious Scorpio shit that's coming up. And now I got to fly, right? Because I didn't even get to the week. I just realized 25 minutes, Sonia. Good God. What are we doing? That South Node is not only squaring Saturn, but it's also quincunxing Chiron. Wait a minute, people. Chiron deals with wounds, our own personal wounds that are like events that happened when we were shorties. That shit is coming up too. Oh, that's the human wounds, the human stains, alongside Saturn and its problems and challenges and need for limitations and boundaries. South Node is cutting open that thing wide the fuck open like worms coming up out of a damn apple. And here's the deal. Chiron deals it again with wounds, but it's called the wounded healer. But the thing about it is once you see the wounds that you need to heal, even though you're irritated by it, that's a quincunx. To the South Node that's pushing you, that's urging you. Take some of this subconscious shit too that the world is responsible for. Take some of this shit that you've been watching, and that's what that South Node really is saying. Damn it, spirit. That's what that South Node is really saying. Forgive me, y'all, I'm on one. That South Node is really saying, look at you as a collective. Look at you as a human race. Look at you. Oh, I want to cry so bad. Look at you as a people and what you're doing to each other. That's the subconscious things that you don't get, that we're not getting. Why? Because so many people are so stuck in their own shit, in their own wounds, in their own chirons. All these people, everybody, me included, are stuck in their single solitary ways of which and how they need to get over a particular thing. You understand what I'm saying? Which is okay. We're all trying to survive, right? We're all trying to make sense of these growth spurts that we're having, and there are plenty. Throughout 1 week, there's ping, 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 ping. We just keep growing and stretching and growing and hurting and dying and coming back. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But the world needs to see what the world has added to, has put on the world. I need to pause because it really brings up emotion for me. That's what that really means, spirit. That South Node in Scorpio is like, you need to go so deep as to know that we're responsible for this fucked up world too. And we so much want to put it on politics and on government and on our parents and on our jobs and the unhappiness that other people are responsible for. Then we don't realize that we have come up in a system, in a situation that we rocked with too. I used to work squirrel. I know yeah, can I take my time today? And if you can't stay all the way, I understand it. Come back and watch the video because I feel like I'm going in. I used to work for this boys' home back in the day, one of the best jobs that I had, but I had to quit. And one of the young men told me that I quit on him, which hurt my heart. But I didn't quit on him. I quit on the fact that I saw these youngsters that were being raised by a system because they were given up. They were waywards of the state, right? They were given up by their parents, whether they passed or they were in jail or they just couldn't handle them. You know, they were on drugs or whatever. So they was given up, but they were taught by the system how to manipulate even good people. That's us. Even though we haven't been in the system taught us to negotiate and manipulate and to lie and to be passive aggressive with our friends, with people we love, even with people that are paying us, with folks that we stroking and fucking at night, with our children. Do y'all understand this? What I'm saying is that this South Node shit is deeper than what I can even put in a goddamn broadcast. But when spirit hit me with that, that's that. That's that thing. That's the subconscious thing. As I'm speaking life into it, it's hitting me. We're responsible for this subconscious South Node shit and not even know. So if we can sit back and go, God damn, that's on me. That's on me. If we can recognize you did some of this damage too. The reason why your neighbor don't talk to you, because after 3 days, you stop talking to him. After 3 days, you didn't know what the dude was going through. He could have lost his goddamn cat. And he was low, he was down in the dumps. And after 3 days, he stopped talking to you. So you stopped talking to him because you was in your attitude. You had a part in it too. You don't know what people are going through. Don't be a part of the South Node, y'all. Come up and out of that South Node and treat yourself and everybody else differently. That's the point of this South Node and its subconscious karmic information showing us what we need to see, so we can change our ways. Because if the North Node is saying go this way, we can't go that way with the same old heavy South Node Scorpio shit. Does that make sense? And when I say life dance, take responsibility and accountability, I'm not talking for like, you get me. I know you do, but I have to reiterate, it ain't superficial. It's all things. It's being your brother and your sister's keeper. It's stop being a racist. Stop talking about people. Stop, if you need something, say it. Oh, I don't know if I should ask them because they got this going on. And stop thinking for people. If you need something, this is what I'd like. If you can help me with it, I'll help you with something when you need it. Why can't we talk like that? Like we're tribes people. I know you got a lot on your plate, but help me with this and I'll help you with that. What's wrong with that? Instead of manipulating and negotiating and creating a system in which we're teaching our babies to be underhanded with people that we love. Come on, y'all. Are y'all getting me? I feel exhausted, but at the same time, I feel kind of liberated. So if this South Node is hitting Saturn, it's also, and that's not a favorable thing, it's also hitting Chiron. That ain't favorable because now you're irritated by the fact that, shit, that Queen Cups is like, with all this stuff coming up now, that's going to bounce off of my own wounds? Yeah. It's going to show you where the pie is in your own face. How about that? And here's the deal. If you're not willing to accept it, if you're not willing to go, my bad, if you're not willing to wipe the fucking icing out of your eyes and go, I look crazy, don't I? I look crazy. Please tell me, how can I love you different? I don't want to look like this anymore. I don't want to eat fucking pie anymore. I want to love you. I want to give you the thing that you deserve. How does that look? In order for you to heal through your own wounds, how does that look? Come on, y'all. But here's the deal. And here's the constellation. And then I'm going to move on to the week. How about this? I know I'm sweating. Y'all better give me some thumbs up out this motherfucker. This is the first time I ever really demanded it. But I know one thing. A sister is working out this bitch with some orange juice and some green tea in tow. Don't underestimate the orange juice and the green tea in tow. Hit that YouTube thumbs up and let them know. Oh, by the way, Ultimate Squirrel. I'd like to say thank you to, I think, my namesake. Her name is Sonia, spelled with an I, that left me $75 on my Cash App. Good God. I said, look at that. I'm not saying y'all need to leave me money. I am open to it, to receive whatever you want to give me, even if it's just prayers and light. I receive that too. But thank you, Sonia. Thank you for the person. I think her name is Sonia, and I might be wrong. But thank you. I appreciate people appreciating me. That's my word. Okay, but bust this. So South Node is going through Saturn. Hitting Saturn, and that's a square. South Node is Queen Cups and Chiron. But the South Node is trining Juno as I sips. And then we go into the week. Y'all know what Juno is? Juno is an asteroid that deals with dedication, daily dedication. So, look at spirit. Look at the universe. I'm gonna bring you through all of this basement shit. I'm gonna have Sonya yelling and screaming in your face, telling you an asshole. You better get it together. Thank y'all for the thumbs up. I appreciate you letting me bully you real quick. It's the Leo rising. I can't help it. Spirit's like, yo, I'm gonna let you go through all of that shit, but Juno, when it hits Juno, it's like I'm gonna give you the daily wherewithal to make that thing possible. Come on now. Come on now. Like the perfect parent. I'm going to make you sweat, but I'm going to give you a reward, and I'm going to give you the tools, and I'm going to give you the modalities. I'm going to give you everything that you need, the people, the help, the money, the pennies, the love, the hugs. I'm going to give you what you need to walk through it, especially if you ask, and especially if you're aware. Juno gives dedication. Juno says, I know my value and my worth in order to do this thing on a daily basis. Not because I'm strong, because I want to work out, and because, no, because it's worth it. Because I see the connection that needs to happen, not only with me and the people that I love, but me and my fucking fellow earthlings. That together, collectively, we have to get this South Node thing. Because if we don't, we all going to hell in a handbasket. Not literally, but for real, think about it. If we don't all become aware of South Node Scorpio shit for everybody, including ourselves, and dedicated to what that looks like, it only takes one person to be like, fuck y'all, I'm going to the moon. To be selfish on their own track, doing their own thing. That's going to throw off the whole rhythm of the world. Does that make sense to y'all? If it's not in your actions, the collective connection, then make it in your prayers, please. At least put some heart energy out into the world every day. At least. Okay? That took 36 minutes, give or take. And I'm only keeping a time stamped because, golly, I don't know where the time goes when you start speaking. If y'all have questions, please, and very please ask them. I'm going to do my best to slip through the week. Here we go. Today, the moon is in Libra, like I said earlier, right? So it's going to conjunct the, good God, it's going to conjunct Mercury. The moon and Mercury will come together, the same degrees, same sign. Oh, that's a cool thing. The feeling, the speaking, and the planning like a partner, and in fairness, togetherness. Oh, so we starting off nice and right as far as the community is concerned, as far as thinking of another is concerned, right? Your partner may be an influence on you. Your business partner may be an influence on you. You may be going back and forth with ideas today in a real harmonious way. Like it's like seamless. Like, whoa, you finishing my sentences kind of feel. That's exactly what I was going to say. That feels good, honey. Or that feels good, Mr. Johnson. I appreciate you looking out for me. Give me them extra bucks. You know what I'm saying? On the same alignment. Always cool. Always cool. However, there's always a little sense of cuidado. There's always a little sense of that because there's no individualism when Libra is dealing with Libra, okay? Sometimes you can get a little dependent on what that person says or what that person does, and then all of a sudden we see ourselves in that person. Do y'all get what I'm saying? All of a sudden we stop living from the inside out. We start taking the approval and the understanding from other people on the outside and making that a part of us. That's all I'm going to say is be careful today. The moon is also trining Mars. Emotional connections, what I was just speaking of with our partners and everything, foster multiple movements and directions or possible angry outbursts for needed expression, right? Because Mars is in Gemini. Mars is going to be in Gemini for a hell of a long time, by the way, because it's going to go retrograde in the next couple of weeks. It's going to go all the way back to the beginning of Gemini, and then it's going to go all the way through shit. We're not going to get to Mars and Cancer till next year, goddamn it. So the bottom line is we got to utilize and figure out what this Mars and Gemini is trying to tell us. Mars and Gemini says do things multiple kind of like on a very superficial way in which we're not getting our feelings hurt. Don't pop off if people misunderstand. Just keep moving. right? So today with the moon and with Mars coming together, it's the same accord. The moon is in Libra, Mars is in Gemini. It's like think these things through, plan it out, execute it in one or two different ways. Make sense? In a communicative type of way, negotiating emails, make that shit clear. If you got to send people emails over and over and over again today, please do so, because folks are in their head. Y'all get my alphabet. Do you understand my ABCs? I just had to do that like I had a shot or something. Yes. Okay. The moon is also today opposition Jupiter, going retrograde. So connections and partnerships may help revisit blessings that are yours. So be fair. Yeah. If we're connected with our partners with the moon in Libra, also the moon in Libra is about being fair, justice oriented, taking care of the underdog. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make decisions as well. Emotionally trying to make decisions, right? It's opposition of Jupiter. Okay. So that means, like I just said, these connections help to revisit the blessings that are yours. You know what I mean? If they're yours, they're yours. If they're not, they're not. The point, don't try to hoard it. Don't try to hoard whatever is yours. If it kind of spills over the blessings and you have three and you only need one, give to your partner. You understand? You don't have to hoard it, is the point. Thinking that the blessings are not going are never going to return. They will. This is today, though. Okay, only today, Monday, Michael Jackson's birthday. On Tuesday, the moon will still be in Taurus. Good God, no, it won't. The moon will be in Libra. Didn't I say Libra? The moon will be in Libra. Now, the sun tomorrow is going to quincunx Jupiter. So now that the moon was in opposition to Jupiter today, saying, you know, watch them blessings, don't hoard them all, know what's yours is yours. The sun, the ego tomorrow is going to be a little crunchy about that. Quincunx is imbalanced and frustrating and irritating, right? Your egos, you're gonna wake up going, wait, I gave away two of them. I probably need that thing. Nah, I know you don't. Relax yourself and get on over it. You understand what I mean? I'm making this quick as much as I can. Now, unless Spirit says otherwise. The moon tomorrow is going to quincunx Uranus. Stop pouting and being cynical about changes that you're reviewing. Right. And you may still see that you need to change. With the moon quincunxed in Uranus, right? This Uranus thing is going backwards now, right? Remember I told you that we have 5 planets in retrograde now. Uranus, Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, and Neptune, right? Uranus is going backwards. Uranus set us up for some magnanimous changes recently. Now all of a sudden it's going to be like, wait a minute, I was only playing. What do you mean you was only playing? I got ready to move forward with the North Node the last couple of weeks, and now you want to slow down and review. So your moon, the moon, your emotions, your expressions might get irritated by that thing. The need to slow down and review where you're going. The universe is dope like that. The universe says, yes, we're going to change some things and we're going to move forward eventually, but I'm giving you a choice, human. I'm giving you a chance, human, to review these changes that are happening so you can get used to being the new you that you're about to be. Slow down, pump your brakes. Don't get irritated by it. Don't get irritated by the review. It's all for you, boo-boo. None of this is personal. And it's all for our highest good. Okay. Tuesday, the moon, still in Libra, is going to trine Saturn going retrograde. What you've gained over the past 2 days about connection with your partnerships and justice opens up more opportunities for you to bust through your fears. Ooh. Sometimes I wonder who writes these notes. So that means with Monday and Tuesday, most of Monday and Tuesday, and us being focused on partnerships or coming together with other people and needing other people in order to foster some things and move on some things. On Tuesday, we absolutely see in a harmonious way how that helps us to get through our own fears. How calling on somebody and saying what it is that you really need and want and are connected to, or I should say, what you need and want, need to heal through, what your limitations are. Saying, no, tomorrow's not going to be a good night for me. You know, like putting up your boundaries, whatever the case may be, how your partners in whatever ways are helping you to build up this boundary, helping you to build up these limitations, helping you to see these fears that you once had that you no longer want any longer. I'm just saying, sometimes people have good ideas and sometimes people can be great reflections. And if they are reflecting your fears and your lessons that you need to learn, pay attention. It's all about being present in the moment. Are you hearing my voice? Or are you paying attention to 4 things right now? I'm just saying. Rewind selector. On Wednesday, this is when the party starts, right? Because the moon goes into Scorpio. Not until 1:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. All right. So before then, right? Before then, the moon will still be in what I say, Libra, and it's gonna square Pluto. Look at that moon in Libra going out with a motherfucking bang. By the way, squirrel, Libra energy thinks it's always so fair and so nice and so charming and so dignified. Yep, I'm about to talk shit. Y'all here to talk shit about to come? It's about to go on. I can't even get my thoughts right. About to talk shit, knowing that I shouldn't. I love Libra energy. But Libra can sometimes fool motherfuckers for being so dignified and dainty. And oh my God, sir, I love you. And I just love what you've done to me. I don't know where this fake ass Southern accent just came from. But that's that Libra energy. So my point is when it's going out with a bang, squaring up against Pluto going reverse. Good God. At 6:43 in the morning, by the way, I made a point to write that down. Just so y'all know, on the east side of life, that's when that's happening, when you about to wake up. Okay. So right when you wake up, I said, you're going to wake up crunchy, a power play, and or disrupting your confidence in what you may established while that moon was in Libra over the past couple of days. Reaffirm your boundaries. So when that moon is in Libra and you say, oh, it's nice, like Libra is nice, but at the same time, it's being threatened. Wednesday morning by some power structures, whether it's your boss, again, another partnership, because the moon is in Libra. So we're talking about partnerships, squaring Pluto, going reverse, that power thing. I just learned how to appreciate you. Now you think that you can control me? That's that feel. I just learned how to appreciate you in these last 2 days with the moon in Libra. I understood what you brought to me and the love and the Jupiter Skittles and all of that shit. We were together, mind, body, and soul. You was finishing my sentences. Now you want to control me? Sonia laughs at her goddamn selves because that's exactly what that looks like. Here we go. On Wednesday, though, just pump your brakes. Know that people are human and know that people are always trying to find ways to assert power. And how about this? This is what I just heard. Be a reason for your transformation. As I sips. You ever meet that motherfucker that always says, oh, I bought that book for you, didn't I? Oh, I bought that dress for you, girl. That looks good. You see them shoes she got on? I got them for her last birthday. Isn't that cute? That's vying for power, y'all. That's vying for power in its own kind of weird, insecure kind of way. That's some Pluto shit sitting on top of that moon right there. That's a great example. I'm just saying, look for it. And here's the deal. If you do something for somebody, you don't have to explain. You don't have to explain. Spirit know what you did. Your guides, your ancestors, your angels know what you did. That's who you keep proud. Your folks, human beings, not so much. Why? Because they disappoint each and every time. And they don't know the value of what it is that you had to do and what you had to go through in order to make them smile. And don't expect it. I'm just going to say that. Don't expect them to understand nor get why and what you went through. Just give it to them and smile because it's for God. It ain't for the human. It's not for the human. Y'all get that? Like, really get that? All right, I'm gonna leave y'all alone. On Wednesday, Venus quincunx Neptune going reverse. Values and dreams not matching. Well, make sure it's not conditioning of another. Maybe your lover or your passion projects. What does that mean? Hold on, let me say that. Oh. Because Neptune is going reverse. And Neptune is all about habits, addictions, dreams, aspirations, music, art, everything that you can feel but you can't touch, right? It's going reverse, so it's reviewing that thing. But Venus is like irritated by that shit. Venus is quincunxing it, going, wait, hold on. Am I not valuable? because I smoked a little weed last week? Am I not valuable because I'm having a hard time getting over these addictions? Am I not valuable because I sing, because I do music and I don't make $20 million a year like you? Am I not valuable? This is all Neptune things. Because I'm so spiritual and you want to spend money in Saint Tropez and you got thousands and thousands of dollars that you flashing on a big ass at the strip club? I don't know where the fuck that came from. What the hell is wrong with Sonia? Oh, it's just the pictures in my head sometimes. But that's also all goes back to Venus and Neptune. It's like, where's your value really? Don't get irritated by somebody placing value on you that you know is valuable within you. Better said. That outside value has nothing to do with what it is you feel valuable, what's going on inside. That's that Neptune thing. Neptune always exists inside. Stay there. Don't get irritated. Make sense? And keep out of the strip clubs. COVID. I'm just saying. Thursday. Okay, so here we go. So on Wednesday at 1:11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the day I was just talking about, the moon went into Scorpio. So Thursday, full fledged moon in Scorpio. It's all up in that South Node shit that we was just talking about. So the bottom line, like I said, just to review and reiterate, if you don't clean up and sit with this South Node stuff that wants to come up on the subconscious level, that wants to clean out, your emotions will be affected starting Thursday when the moon is hell into it, hell bent and deep into Scorpio. It's going to hit that South Node. And again, moon in Scorpio looks destructive. It looks hella emotional. It looks vengeful. You understand what I'm saying? It looks like it wants to create something. It wants to be passionate. It wants to be determined about getting something. It's incredibly extreme too. The emotions and the responses to things. You get what I'm saying? So if you don't stay present and look at what that South Node in Scorpio was bringing up, here comes the reaction to it, for it or against it, when the moon goes into Scorpio on Thursday. Y'all get that? Thank you, Keena. I appreciate you, because I was about to say yes, yes, y'all. And she just said it when I looked down at the damn comments. Keena, y'all know about Keena? Up at 11 with Keena? Y'all should hit her up, man. Follow her page, man. She has some great interviews. Okay, Thursday. So we in there like swimwear, like Vladimir, like last year. Like Belvedere in the new year. Get out of here, bugs. Okay. The moon will quincunx Mars. Passionate, deep emotions forcing you to move in compartments. Or are you over it? Are you over the moving in compartments? Are you over trying? Mars and Gemini is tricky as fuck. I'm just going to let y'all know that. Especially if you're not used to that type of execution. You know, Mars and Gemini keeps you like, on your shit, doing this, doing that, going here, need my mind for this, and like you just on the beat, on the rhythm, and you have to execute as like a drop of a dime. Mars and Gemini is always pivoting, so maybe on Thursday we'll be a little irritated by that. It's like, wait a minute, hold on, slow down. The moon is in Scorpio. I'm trying to feel this South Node shit. And you got me going to the store and calling somebody at the same time, answering the email. I can't do all that at one time. If the South Node is coming up in my ass right now, like a cobra coming to get me. I'm just saying, take your time. Just take your time, pause, be present. If you need to pull over and cry, cry, wipe the tears, and keep going. That's all I'm saying. Pay attention to you and what it is that you need on an individual basis always, especially during this week, please, because it feels motherfucking crazy like Martin Lawrence in the middle of the street in 2002. I don't remember what year it was, but y'all remember Martin lost it. Anyway, God bless his soul. He's so dope. Anyway, Mars sextiles Jupiter too. Ready to move on? An old possibility or an opportunity, make sure that the decision is not too hasty, because Jupiter is in Aries and is going retrograde. Jupiter in Aries is fast too, but Jupiter in Aries likes to start new projects, to get new opportunities going off. That's so dope. And Mars is like saying, yes, let's do that thing. But remember, Jupiter is going retrograde. Even though it's a big ass planet and it always shoots out skittles if it's going direct or retrograde, it's still slow a little bit. So if you're like executing some stuff as the slow skittles are coming out, you know what I mean? It may be too hasty. You may start a project too quickly. You may decide to do something with a partner too quickly. You have all these compartments going on, and you're like, "Yeah, I can juggle these plates. I can juggle these plates." You got 5 in the air and 3 fall. You understand what I'm saying? So just be careful on Thursday. Take your time. Be present in the here, in the now. The moon in Scorpio is opposite Uranus going retrograde as well on Thursday. That's September 9th, by the way. What the fuck? Time is moving. The moon opposition Uranus, seeing the benefits and the change, because what it looked like before is not going to look like it again. So the bottom line is, yo, Uranus is like, I'm still changing things up, just to let you know. I know things are on review and I'm going backwards, but I'm still moving things. I'm still going to tell the higher ups, we're reviewing this thing so we don't have to carry so much load. All I'm saying is, if you're looking at these things like, oh God, I got to review this again. Yeah, you do. Because we never get it the first, second, third time. Ego says, nah, I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. Ego is a bitch, man. Ego is that little gnat that just comes in and goes, I know a better way. You do? What did God say, motherfucker? God said what I said. No, God didn't say. So don't let ego come in there. Not the ego. Ego. Don't let ego come in there and try to disrupt your situation on Thursday, all right? And say, oh, well, we're changing things up and I don't need to look at that anymore. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. On Friday, we all need to review. I'm coming through this, y'all. I'm getting to Sunday. Hold on with me, and I appreciate y'all all for being here in 39 people in 55 minutes. I appreciate the thumbs up, letting you two know I'm doing my job, and I can't wait to see everybody in Mount Shasta. I had to say that one more time because I'm hella excited. In 1 week, we'll be there. We'll be there. Friday. What's the important things to talk about on Friday? Let me skip a few of these things. Well, Neptune is going to be back on deck because the moon is going to trine Neptune, right? Neptune is at Pisces, but it's reversed, and the moon will be in Scorpio. Ooh. So Friday, yeah, you might just want to pull back. You might want to pull back. I'm going to say this. Don't go so back. Don't go so far back where you reactivate habits, but go back long enough where you can relax in what it is that you are receiving, the emotional energy that you are receiving, the things that you need to change and how you're receiving it. Sometimes we could do that in quiet, you know. Sometimes and it looks like meditation, but it really looks like allowing the information and the growth to grow on you. It's almost like, your mother used to say, at least my mother used to say this. Sometimes, don't tell everybody everything. And I'm quick to doing that because I love to share and express myself. I'm way too expressive. And I have to remind myself to shut the fuck up. Because sometimes when realizations are new, Neptune will bring out realizations. And when they're new, we're like, I got it. Let me share this with you to see if it help you. Sometimes we got to sit back. Sometimes we have to wake and bake. Sometimes we have to meditate. Sometimes we have to realize, damn, I came a long way. I did see that wound like that. I did see that South Node stuff like that. Just for a second, that's Friday's pause. Friday's pause is like the moon and Neptune is coming together to give us all like a little bit of understanding and leeway, a little bit of water, a little bit of flow. Because everything else was so heady, was so Libra-like, right? And that Scorpio brings water like on some tumultuous goddamn monsoon shit through Vegas. Good God, and God bless all those that survived. But you know what I mean? So sometimes we need a little Lake Placid kind of water. Nice and easy. Lake Tahoe kind of shit. Nice and subtle. That's all I'm saying. That's Friday. Okay. Also on Friday, the moon will square Venus. That's never a good time, right? Never a good time. Why? Because Venus is about desires and passion, and your moon is emotions and expression. And oftentimes you want your moon to be in alignment with Venus because you want to be able to express the moon, your passions. Venus. That day is not going to be, they're going the opposite way. They absolutely are going the opposite way. So the point in working with squares is to allow yourself time to allow both of them to work. Meaning, maybe you'll express, what is it, Scorpio? Yep. Maybe you'll express, so what's the square? Gemini. No, Scorpio. Taurus. No, Aquarius and what's the opposite? Leo. Venus is in Leo. Right. So the moon is squaring Venus in Leo. Got it. They're both stubborn. Had to know what the vibration of both placements were in order to see, just teaching y'all something, in order to see how that square was going to react. So if the moon is in Scorpio, which is a fixed sign and it's stubborn as fuck, it's squaring Venus in Leo, which is a fixed sign and stubborn as fuck. They're both going in two different ways. And on Friday, we may want to stay stuck in our need to express with Neptune on some smoke out thing or some meditative space or some lazy space and just hide under the covers, where Venus is like, nah, we need to go out to a party. We got invited to a party. Go fly. And you're like, that's not working for me right now because I'm exposed. I'm exposed. By the way, I felt that this weekend. I felt very, very exposed when I went into a crowd. I went to a concert and I just felt like people were weird, for the lack of a better way of saying it, and incredibly exposed. Like, there's a lot of people that need assistance, and I'm not going to help everybody, but at the same time, I can feel all the energies like coming at me, like smoke lingering towards me. And to the point where this drunk dude came and tried to talk to me and, get my number and all kind of things. And he was probably a nice guy, but he was drunk. And it's like, why am I attracting all of this stuff right now? Anyway, I fucking squirreled out. The bottom line is the exposure, because Venus in Leo wants to give. And when you give, you expose yourself to people who may or may not need it. Does that make sense to y'all? I'm kind of quiet, or maybe not. I'm just not really reading this. But anyway, Venus in Leo wants to expose and to give all, the whole heart. But the moon is like, nah, we can't express that way. We got to stay in our Scorpio space. We got to be quiet. We got to go in the depths. We got to understand this thing. South Node is on our ass. So there's this weird ass exposure that you want to be out, but then again, you want to be deep. And if you out and you go deep, motherfuckers going to see you going deep and they want to jump in the bucket with you. Wait, hold on. I didn't say you can come with me in my depth. Does that make sense? I hope you understand my poetry. Ask questions if it don't. That's some real deal, Holyfield shit. All right, last thing on Friday, and again, I'm trying to cut this short. Mercury is opposition Jupiter, communicating for togetherness, but taking advantage of opportunities dolo. Come on, y'all. How you do that? How you think like for and like your partner, but then at the same time, when the opportunities come, I'll take this one for myself. I'm gonna hoard this shit and take these opportunities for myself. I'm just saying, watch that kind of movement. Some things may just be for you, and other things we need to absolutely share, because this week it started off with that Libra shit. Like, partnerships are important. We all need to get this healing thing. Some may be for them and some may not be for them. But we don't have to hoard the blessings that come. We can offer them up, and if they take them, they take them. If they don't, they don't. I'm just saying. Saturday. All right. This is when it gets a little light, because the moon goes into Sagittarius, right? And it's all about a party. It's all about me. Sagittarius is about me. About who? About me. About being self-centered? Yes, me. About being selfish? Yes, me. Sag teaches us to be about us, honestly, until it's a little dangerous. Sag in the moon, or Sag energy period, teaches us about truth. It teaches us about teaching, about learning, about being that student. So Saturday we wake up like, okay, where's the exploration? Where's the truth? Fuck all that heavy shit that Scorpio was just getting. I get it. I got it. My heart is, let's ring it out. Let's go. Let's go on the adventure. Cool. Because it hooks up, it trines with Jupiter, feeling the need to emote for self. So self gets the Skittles. That's that feeling. If there's people who feel like on Saturday that you've been giving a lot to your partner, doing this and doing that for this one and for that one, on Saturday when it hits up with Jupiter, the moon hits up with Jupiter, it's like, all right, take these little bit of Skittles for us. Let's go on this adventure. That one that you saved for you when there were 3, let's go on the adventure. And learn the thing that you need to learn about yourself, about different cultures. I love Sag for that. Have a party or two. You dig what I'm saying? On Saturday, the moon will be opposite Oh, the moon will send sextile Mercury. Okay, the brain is clicking in with the moon. Okay, like that. Our emotions are hooking up with our brain. We're trying to figure things out. You dig? Not only we're trying to be happy, but we're trying to be present again. We're trying to plan, communicate that happiness, that joy. Send some beautiful emails or text on Saturday. Sometimes it's really good to just text somebody, I love you. You ain't got to give a book. I can't stand people texting me a goddamn dissertation. Just call me or don't text at all. Wait till I see you. The whole book. Or just say I love you, Sonia. That's all. That feels good. I'm talking shit. But the bottom line is the moon and Mercury getting together is a good day to just express yourself how you feel. Boom. The moon is opposite Mars. Find balance in sharing the information that I just said. Don't be a hoarder. I just said that. The moon will square the sun, though, however, some never on Saturday. So the ego, at the end of the day, the ego is going to get a little bruised a little bit by Sagittarius's fast action, need to move on its own, need to tell the truth. Watch your tongue. You may have foot and mouth disease on Saturday and hurt somebody's feeling, tarnish somebody's ego. We don't want to do that. We don't want to do that, people. On Sunday, what's the most important thing I should talk about? Oh, okay, we should talk about that thing. Mars goes into, no, Sonia. The moon goes into Capricorn at 10:03 p.m. Later Sunday night. But before that, when it's in Sagittarius, it's absolutely going to sextile Saturn going reverse. Oh, that's a beautiful thing. You know why I like that? Is because Saturn was getting beat up earlier by the South Node, right? Earlier this week, that Saturn was like all these lessons coming out, and South Node going, fuck your lessons. This is what the world is going through. So now Saturn's lessons can get a little bit of attention on Sunday to go, yeah, the human stuff that you was going through, that's important too. Let me put some speck on that. Let me hug you. Let me kiss you. Let me push you through this. We're going to be all right. We gonna be all right. On Sunday, also the moon squares Neptune. You'd rather not express your dreams, right? You're too busy taking responsibility that you can't do both. You can live your dreams, is what I'm trying to suggest with Neptune, and you can be on the adventure. You can live your dreams and you can be on the adventure. Thank you, Spirit. You can live your dreams and be adventurous all at the same time, and be responsible at the same time. What makes us think that we have to stop dreaming while we're trying to stay alive? I don't know. And that's a real question I just want to propose to you. And I'm going to leave it right there because that's a whole nother squirrel moment. And I swear to God, it's an hour and 6 minutes in. And I do want to read two people. I really, really do. And I don't have too much orange juice left. Also on Sunday, the last aspect is the moon trining Venus. Feel the passion. Feel your heartbeat once again. Feel that thing. The moon in Sagittarius trining with Venus and Leo. Come on now. Then there's a party. There's the party. There's a situation we've been waiting for, the celebration. The need to celebrate yourself and then celebrate everybody else. That's what you do. When you celebrate you celebrate everybody else by default. I'm just saying, they always get some of that feeling on them. All right. You gonna get them thumbs up for show today, Kay Lauren. That's so goddamn cute. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So if you want a quick read and you have not gotten one already, please put your sun, your moon, and your rising up. I really hope in the depths of my heart that this information that I shared with you today is somehow hitting you or will hit you throughout the week, and you'll remember. Sometimes, like I said, I don't even remember what I say. I make it a habit to forget certain things. It's too much collection in my heart. But I hope that you can come back to it. I hope that something can spark or remind you, go, yeah, that's that thing that Spirit was talking about through Sonia. Because it ain't me, you know that, right? Although I talk a lot of shit and it sound like me. Priestess Rashida. Priestess Rashida. Is your name Rashida? Or Rashida? Ra, the light. Sagittarius sun, Pisces moon, and Leo rise. That's something special. You welcome, D Soaps. You are so welcome. Priestess Rashida. So I love Sagittarius energy. I really, really do. Again, that Sag energy being her sun, um, is always ready for the party. Sagittarius people, I'm telling you, people don't. I've had a couple of people fight me on this, but I'm gonna stand true and be stubborn like the Leo rising person that I am. I believe Sagittarius people have a little shy thing in them. It's not all the way shy because at the same time, if you cross them or if you threaten their babies, if you put them in harm's way, they'll slice you. That's that Sag for sure. But at first and initially, that Sag energy can be a little tucked back. Why? First, a couple of reasons. But first of all, Rashida, Sag energies doesn't want to be the bad guy. So oftentimes, or the bad woman. So oftentimes that Sag energy will find all kinds of ways to make people smile. Hence the fact that there are most comedians have Sagittarius placements. Squirrel, I looked up Kevin Hart's chart. I've never done that before. I said, why is this dude so fucking funny? Moon and Sag. There you go. I'm like, he's a Cancer. He can't be that funny. Moon and Sag. Most Sagittarius energy is funny, hilarious, humorous for the first for the sheer reason of always trying to dismiss the pain. Let us just forget the pain happened and make fun of it, make light of it, dismiss it, and keep on moving. Sag's problem, challenge is that they're always living in the future. Cancer's problem and challenge is that they're always living in the past. Ain't got nothing to do with you. I just had to compare the two. The bottom line is that Sag energy so far in the future, so far on your horse, being that centaur that you are, looking forward that you forget about the present and who you fuck up in the present time. Like for real. Sometimes Sagittarius can be so hell bent at getting what they want, they leave casualties. But here's the oxymoron with you, young lady, is that you have a moon in Pisces, right? No, wait, Sagittarius sun. Yeah, you have a moon in Pisces. That's a square to your sun. So when the Sag is off being Sag, adventurous and joyous, dismissive, self-centered, really, really fucking smart, right? The moon in you is being the unconditional lover, the victim, the one who wants to not the one who wants to save everybody, as well as Sag is like, let's make it fun. But the Pisces moon wants to forgive. Let me say it like that. The Pisces moon wants to forgive the shit that the Sag did. How about that, Rashida? That's a big deal. That's a huge fucking deal. So you're always, your sun and your moon is always going back and forth. By the way, did you know that if your sun and your moon is a square when you were born, that means your mother and father were a square when you were born? I don't want to get in your business, sister, but check that out. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. With your Leo rise. Your Leo rise is going out in the world, attracting all. I love having Leo rise, by the way. It's magnanimous. It's big. When you come in the room, Rashida, you come in the room, boom, look who stepped in the room, Rashida. On some sunshine, Leo rising shit. Like, I'm here to take care of everything. Not on some like, I'm here to be a nurse. That's a Virgo rise. But I'm here to take care of it because I can, because I got courage, because I'm willful, because I expect the best for me and mine. That's that Leo rise thing. An absolute harmony and in concert with your Sagittarius sun, but that little moon in Pisces sometimes is kind of left out there. Your emotions are like, well, wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute, can we cry about what we just saw real quick? I don't know what we're doing. I mean, can we slow down? Oh my God, there's a spirit in the corner. Moon and Pisces are always seeing goddamn spirits all around, and your Sagittarius self is like, I didn't see a goddamn thing. I can't be responsible for that shit. That's a funny existence, young lady. But I'm glad you have a Pisces rise. It makes you, Pisces moon. That makes you so sweet. Rashida, did you get all that? I hope that helps in some kind of way, sister love. All right, let's see. One more. I feel that. Do you advise we stay in solitude on Friday while we're still navigating boundaries? You know what, divine time? It all depends on who you are. Again, on this blanketed broadcast, Again, it's always tricky doing this for the public because everybody's charts react to what's happening in the transit chart differently. So it depends. But I will say with that Neptune connecting, let me revisit that since you asked about it specifically. And I love questions. Thank you for that. So you said on Friday? Nah, I mean, you can stay inside if you want, but the biggest, excuse me for burping with the orange juice going through. The biggest help on Friday is that moon coming together with Neptune, right? So even if you don't stay inside, find yourself to be, for lack of a better way of saying it, zen-like. You can meditate at the fucking traffic light. You can be in a room full of people, and there's multiple conversations and be invisible. That's that moon connecting with Neptune. It's saying find a way to slip in and out of conversations and situations seamlessly so you don't get attacked. So you can stay in that Neptune vibration of shape shifting. That's what Neptune does. That's what Pisces does. It shape shifts wherever it goes. It becomes and forms whatever it lands on. You dig what I'm saying? So more importantly, find a way to shape shift if you can't stay in the house. I will never tell people to stay in the house because you can't you can if you want, and some days are probably best in the house, but at the same time, we still gonna get the shit. We still gotta get the lesson. We still gotta have conversations with folks. You dig what I'm saying? I'm so glad you like this information, D Stokes. What's going on with you? You're welcome, Priestess Rashida. Please, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I'm so sorry. All right, I wanted to read this one person, but I have to go find their information. There you go. Please pronounce your name for me, Miss Woods. Are you still here? Sun in Pisces, Leo rise, Cancer moon. Well, that's interesting. That's what we was just talking about in a whole nother way. Is she still here? Yes. Okay, she answered the question. Here we go. And it's Pasia? I don't like pronouncing people's names wrong, and I'm really not trying to be funny, but I'm laughing at my goddamn self. Pasha. Pasha. That's it. All right. Like Basha. Like, okay. Oh, I got it. Pasha. Yup. Okay, let's go back to her. Hello. Three big obvious. The sun, Pisces. Ooh, I love Pisces people. I love y'all to death. But here's the deal. And I started to say this when I was doing Rashida's read. I hope that's Rashida. And I was doing your read. That Pisces information, let me tell you, although it's really, really sweet, it's an unconditional lover. That Pisces information is the genius of the zodiac. Understand that. Give Pisces spec. Put some spec on them Pisces people. They are geniuses. Trust me, wisest motherfuckers here on the planet. They just don't want to be here no more. That's the thing. And although they can be all those things, that energy is very, very, very passive aggressive because it's trying to find its way to exist on a planet of robbers and thievers and people that are moving to, did I say thievers? I need to get off this goddamn thing. Where's the red button? In the stream. The hell she talking about? Thieves. Pisces don't like to be on a planet with all these crazy fucked up people. So you learn how to be passive aggressive and say what you want without really saying it. And sometimes that can irritate the fuck out of people. Sometimes it even irritates you because you end up with something that you didn't want because you didn't ask for it. All I'm saying is you got to be a little bit more vocal sometimes. That's all I'm saying. And what can help you is that Leo rise. You know that for sure. That Leo rise will be like, look, I actually came here, and that's how we use our rise, y'all. By the way, Pasha and everybody else, our rise is like a screen in the window. We can put that shit down and you can see our sun. Hi, I'm a Cancer. How you doing? Or I'll put that shit up and be like, hey, what's going on? That's that Leo rise. That Leo rise will stop you in your tracks. That Leo rise is courageous enough to ask for anything. That Leo rise gets you in the room, Pasha, for show. Here's the deal, though. That Pisces energy and Leo energy is what they call a quincux. And every time I see people that have Pisces and Leo energy, it feels like steam on them. Because that Leo lioness fire meets up with that Pisces water. And oftentimes it looks kind of crazy when it comes off. And I say crazy, not like mentally crazy. Forgive me. If anybody's has a it gets triggered by that word. It's not that I'm saying you're crazy or that you could potentially be crazy. It just looks that way because it looks like steam. It doesn't look definite. So when you are presenting that lion thing, but the inside of you being a Pisces is all like, wait, hold on, hold on, hold on. Let's be compassionate and make up for what it is that we just did. Sometimes you just got to stand in one thing or the other. That's the point. You're going to be the lion and roar this bitch, or you're going to be the quiet lamb, the Pisces lady who wants some understanding, that wants to put understanding on people. All I'm saying is that. Yeah, Cancer Moon will define that shit, though. That Cancer Moon will come in. Look, Cancer people get Cancer Moon and Cancer energy twisted. Yeah, it's the crybaby, whatever you want to say about Cancer and its emotions, but we are strong because we clean out. When we have Cancer Moon and Cancer Sun, because we let our tears come out, it makes us emotionally strong to deal with shit. People who don't cry, people who want to hold it all in, people who think they're strong by being smart, by being more practical, by executing things and never ever shed their tears. Hold all of them in, end up goddamn knocking on wood to some weird ass cancer, some bullshit, because you hold it all in. But Cancer Moon, like you, sweet pie, you let it go. You let it go. So let yourself let it go as it wants to hook up with your Pisces self. Okay. But here's the cuidado moment. The warning is this: because you have Cancer Moon, you pick up on everything and everybody. And because you're Pisces, so you have to do yourself a favor, a solid on a daily basis, and adopt the attitude and the ritual of cleaning yourself off. I tell everybody this on the real. You have to clean yourself off. That means go to the ocean, go to the lake, go to the river, take showers, pray. Water begets water. You are water. You got Cancer Moon. You're carrying everybody's luggage and baggage, even if you don't want to, even if you do want to. That Pisces is always like, don't worry about it. I'll soak it up. I'm a sponge. I'd rather me be fucked up than everybody else be fucked up. You know, Pisces, not to say this is about you, sweetie, but Pisces is a sign that has the most drug addicts and the most, the most drug addicts, because they'd rather sabotage their goddamn self. They'd rather sabotage themselves than sabotage anybody else. You understand what I'm saying? But that's not your damn responsibility. I'm just going to say that. That's not your responsibility. That's not what you came here to do. So you don't have to hold it on. You got to wring that shit out every day, all day, because you're picking up on everybody. That's the thing. And that's all I have for y'all. Okay. Again, I hope this helped you. Pasha, Rashida, and everybody else that's in here, much love to you. Again, thank y'all for hitting up my Cash App when you do. It means a lot. Trust me, it means a lot to know that what I do is landing somewhere and there is an energetic exchange. And since I can't hug you $1 or $2 or $5 or 65 or 195 or 1,225, whatever you want to give, it definitely suffices, especially if you're on the other side of the world, on the other side of the country. So I appreciate it. But I'm more than anything, if you can't give in that way, give by sharing this information. For those that you think that will help, if they resonate with this, because not everybody resonates with me, and I'm totally clear on that. But if you think somebody can resonate with it, like pass on this info. You know what I mean? Send them this link. You know, advise them to be a subscriber or whatever, and join in our conversations every Monday. I may or may not be here next week. I'm gonna do my best to be here, but I'm leaving for Shasta the day after, so we'll see how that works. Okay, I love y'all. I want y'all to pay attention and be present as possible. Stay in the moment, because that's really all we have. Love and light to my good friend Logan Alexander that passed on. Hold your people tight, y'all. Hold your people tight. With all of this Pluto activity, there's a lot of people leaving the planet. Pluto deals with death, and there's a lot of people leaving the planet, man. People have decided not to deal with it. It's just not for them anymore. It doesn't even matter the age or the situation. Just some people would rather just deal and go on the other side. I'm not going to talk about that because I don't want to leave this on a low note. But we never die, really. So I just have to put that light out there and let you know, from my heart to yours, is that I love you and love the people that are around you. Those that really, really matter. Be weird about it. Just be weird about the love. Hug them, squeeze them. If it's your man or your girl, rub their butt. You know, buy them a favorite ice cream tonight. Surprise them. Just love on your folk, man, because you never know when it's time. And we all getting out of here one day or another. I love you.